Sonic the Hedgehog. From as far as I can remember, this series has made up most of my last 15 years of gaming. I started with Sonic Advance in 2003, and since then I've mostly been enjoying games starring with New Blur. Though it goes without saying, love them or hating, the last few years of Sonic games have mostly been absolutely terrible. Whether it be due to glitches, terrible gameplay aspects, or just failed attempts at exploration, we all know that the series has suffered throughout the past few years. But to be fair, every once in a while Sega does manage to produce a decent Sonic game, but then they screw it up the years after. After the absolute clusterfuck that was Sonic Boom, we were hinted at the franchise's 25th celebration for Sonic's 25th anniversary about the latest Sonic game, which back then was just codenamed Project Sonic. Initially, some people were hesitant to this as it brought back classic Sonic. Some people said that it could be argued that its inclusion shows that Sega's insecure, but in my opinion they had a hell of a right to be insecure after Sonic Boom, Lost World and 06. Every time Sega tries something new, it's always, well, usually received negatively. The Werehog for one, the new platforming system in Lost World, the entire playstyle of Sonic Boom, and the only exceptions to this rule I can think of right now are the boost mechanic and trick system from Sonic Rush, which was a great game and needs a third game. Sega, why aren't you making one right now? Anyway, I'm going off topic. This Sonic game that we now know as Sonic Forces brought about a new gimmick, which was the inclusion of a custom hero. Now this may initially seem like a terrible decision due to the possible influx of Cold Steel the Hedgehog OCs. Today I'm actually here to argue why it's potentially one of the best decisions Sega could make right now. So, my first point, Sega, without a doubt, has seemed out of touch with their own community for the past few years. People wanted Sonic Adventure 3 and we got it, but in the muddled form of Sonic 06. People were angry with Sonic 06, and justifiably so. I mean, it was one of the worst games ever released at the time, and so they wanted a redo, which we still haven't gotten to this day. People asked for adventure-like gameplay again, and we got the mess that was Sonic Boom. But with this game though, unless you've been living under a rock for the past few centuries, you'd know that the Sonic fanbase is completely crazy when it comes to original characters. I'm not kidding. Search your name, followed by the Hedgehog, and you're guaranteed to get eye cancer, most of the time. But with this inclusion, dreams of the fanbase are being realised whether you'd like to admit it or not. It hasn't exactly been asked for, no, but it's going to be well received, as most of the fanbase kept its longevity through these creations. This shows that Sega is at least somewhat coming to terms with a large portion of its community, and it isn't completely out of touch. Call it pandering, but it's better than having a repeat of the games that were ruined by Sega-made mechanics such as the Werehog. Plus, with custom characters, you can add any character of the already huge roster of characters we already have. Blaze, Silver, Shadow, hell, probably even Metal Sonic will be able to be created with this feature. The playstyle is customized too according to IGN, so you can choose whether to go fast or a bit slower, whatever suits your fancy. This feature is going to breathe new life into the Sonic community, mainly the OC community, which is questionable socially, but ultimately beneficial for the longevity of the series. You know, if this even becomes a main feature for the next few games, I won't even be annoyed. It's not like classic Sonic, for example, where you're bringing established characters from your golden age to guarantee a few purchases from old men, or Sonic Adventure-like gameplay, where you're completely throwing away the style of gameplay you've been working with for the past 3 or 4 years. People will undoubtedly want this feature, character creation, to be in the next game, should the game succeed and not be overly glitchy like the last few ones. This will bring in a new wave of people enjoying the Sonic series, and Sega will obviously enjoy that. The only problem I see with this feature is if Sega completely goofs the game up, which seems unlikely at this point considering the gameplay we've seen so far, and they don't seem to be rushing it either, unlike Sonic 06. So I think for now we're good. In conclusion, I think this is a step in the right direction for the Sonic team, being more involved in the community no matter how weird it is. And hopefully, if Sonic Forces does well, then this could become a main feature in the next few games. That being said, this video is done. If you guys like these kinds of short videos, be sure to like this video and I'll be able to produce more in the future. Though don't expect any videos in the next 2 or 3 weeks because I have A-level exams and I'm on a short hiatus until then. Hiatus, however it's pronounced. But yeah, until then guys, I will see you in a bit.